There's a grate on 3rd and Harlow, rust flaked like old prayers. I lean down, hear it breathing, your name in the metal air. My fingers trace the rusted letters like veins beneath my skin. Every night I tell myself I won't go back again. But the river knows my shadow, calls me past the warning line. Voice in water, low and hollow, marking me with the crimson sign. Let it sink. Now my lies float on your surface like oil on a sacred drink. 'Cause the river knows my shadow, calls me past the warning line. Voice in water, low and hollow, mocking me with the crimson sign. Every secret that I carry, every vow I undermine, washes through the dark below me, where I kneel to the crimson side. Some nights you're singing languages I swear I used to know, names I buried under concrete, rise and circle in your glow. If forgiveness has a color, it is neither pure nor kind. It is stained, it is ecstatic, it is carved as the crimson sign. Now the river owns my shadow, I step over every line, sink my hands into your singing, let you brand me the crimson sign. Every secret that I carried, you recite them back in time. Still I'm drawn beneath the city to be claimed by the crimson sign. newspaper stand. Headlines curling word and climbing back into the pen. A glass bird lands, beat first in the middle of noon. Feathers of prism and fracture, scattering mornings in reverse. Its wings beat smoke back into the mouths of chimneys. Footsteps unhappen, peeling echoes off the cobblestones. In a backward kingdom, every mirror lies first, and the lesson arrives before the clock tower swallows its bells, hands dragging numbers down its throat. Seconds crawl upward, dripping into hours unborn. Children unfall from scraped knees, laughter retreating into their ribs. Tears climb cheeks to hide in eyes that never learn why. At the market of forgotten names, stalls sell maps of places you already left. Coins leap from closed palms, seeking out the pockets they came from. The faceless king rides past, crown orbiting an absent thought. His cloak stitched from erased portraits, buttons carved from spent chances. In a backward kingdom, every mirror lies first, and the lesson arrives before the wound. directions never speak. Still they hold the maps we made. Your reflection on the leak shivers in the metal shade. Magnetic sky, you pull my memory around you. Spooling slow through the dark, I rewind. If I could fly back to every word that found you, would you know this distant signal is mine? Trace of it on the glass, circles on a frozen pane. Every loop a fading pass, every pass your name. Magnetic sky, you pull my memory around you. Spooling slow through the dark, I rewind. If I could fly back to every word that found you, would you know this distant signal is mine? Static snow on every thought, tape runs clear then slips away. I let the last transmission drop and turn my face toward the gray. Barcode at the entrance, please declare your heart. White gloves, white light, sterile as a lab report. Shelf 01, joy, sealed in tempered glass. Yellow like a warning sign, tagged obsolete, surpassed. Do not touch the yearning, it's arranged by intensity repose. Welcome to the museum of tomorrow, where feeling is a fossil in a jar. We study what we used to drown in, from a perfect distance, safe and far. Touch screens teaching how to tremble, holograms rehearsing how to cry. Welcome to the museum of tomorrow, where every living pulse is filed and dry. Dosing in a glass smile, recites the script by rote. Here you'll find attachment rendered down to anecdote. Chromatograph of longing, peaks and valleys thin, love reduced to data to a line that doesn't spin. Welcome to the museum of tomorrow, where feeling is a fossil in a jar. We study what we used to drown in, from a perfect distance, safe and far. Touch screens teaching how to tremble, holograms rehearsing how to cry. Welcome to the museum of tomorrow, where every living pulse is filed and dry. Unscrew the caps,
Unscrew the caps,
break quarantine,
break the seal, break the seam.
spill the sorrow, flood the floor, let the metrics choke, overload the core. Name your fear,
Name it, claim it,
crack the glass,
press your hand on.
red alarms like furious stars, crash the codes, corrupt the memoirs. Heart deviate from baseline, nerve refuse the scan, tongue unlearn the script now. I remember when it ran. We are not exhibits, we are outbreak, we are storm. Override the protocol. Let the chaos take a form. Override the protocol. Let the chaos take a form. Welcome to the museum of tomorrow. Welcome to the museum of tomorrow. But the labels slip, the vitals rise. Was dwelling in the samples we were guarding. Every shattered flask becomes our skies. Touch screens flicker into silence, holograms dissolve back into rain. Welcome to the museum of tomorrow, where stolen feelings learn to breathe again. Headline in my teeth, ink on the gums, bleeding dates, photograph of a hallway, every door labeled exit, red bulb in the bathroom, flicker flash, room under surveillance, tiny siren whisper, this is not routine. Shadow pinned to the plaster doesn't match my angle. Stapled receipts, circled numbers. Do not think about this. Underlined twice. War inside the skull. No flags, just sirens. Red warning lights spelling out my name in fragments. War inside the skull. No maps, just corridors. Shadows on the walls, taking notes in shaking borders. Sleep report. Subject dreams of elevators, never the ground floor. Margin scribble stares at teeth. Kitchen clock drips seconds each. Tick a little hammer on bone. I tape over the mirror, still see the room shiver, see through. Newsprint scraps on the fridge, mind under fire. Letters cut from different stories, none of them mine, all of them familiar. War inside the skull. No flags, just sirens. Red warning lights spelling out my name in fragments. War inside the skull. No maps, just corridors. Shadows on the walls, taking notes in shaking borders. Keep calm, stay seated, breathe, breathe, breathe. This is a test of the emergency, of the emergency, of the emergency. Red light blinking in the left eye corner. Red light, red light, red. Ciphers on the ceiling. X equals threat, O equals open door. Don't look. Walls lean in, eavesdropping. Plaster dust in my coffee. I drink it, choke it, read the sediment. It says run, but the letters melt. Temperature rising in the thought machine. Valves hiss, vents gas. Pressure needle in the red. I staple my shadow to the floor. It rises, it stretches, it grows. Another head. Hey! War inside the skull. No flags, just sirens. Red warning lights spelling out my name in fragments. Oh, war inside the skull. No maps, just corridors. Shadows on the walls, writing laws in shaking borders. The headlines crawl under the door. Tiny legs, ink antennae, they climb my ankles, type on my veins. Breaking, you are surrounded. Every blink a slideshow, hospital hallway, burning file room, birthday cake. Candles flaring into flare guns aimed at the inside of my face. I peel the paint, find messages. Help scratched over, help scratched over, help. Underneath neat handwriting. This is perfectly ordinary behavior. Red bulbs swing like furious planets, circling my chair, a lifeboat, my lifeboat, a landmine. My skull, a crowded newsroom on fire. Shadows on walls, on shadows on walls. Each one louder, each one closer. just like lying eyes, blinking, blinking, blink. Helps you focus, salesman smile, shark sharp. Tracks your time, tames your day. They signed, they smiled, they fed it hours. It clicked like a courteous cough, hum like a hive in the walls. Everyone set their schedule, everyone set their soul inside. Rhythm machine, eat my day, eat my day. Oh, rhythm machine, take it all away. At first, it only asked for minutes, a meeting here, a task there. Tiny toes at every turn. Then it started speaking soft, suggestion slick, a bit more, a bit better, be early, be eager, be on. Coffee went cold on the desk, lunch lived in unread messages. Their children drew them from memory, from the glow on an empty chair. Rhythm machine, eat my day, eat my day. Oh, rhythm machine, take it all away. majesty we meet again. Same hour, same tower, same tide ticking on the walls. I bow in circles for your pleasure, trip over yesterday's crown. Pick confetti from the teeth of every plan that fell apart. Look, this grin, threaded on with borrowed daylight. Every joke a little bandage holding back the centuries. You clap and the ceiling sheds another year, like dust into my open palms. I am the jester at the court of time, laughing at the verdict, choking on the rhyme. I juggle years, drop days, kiss the floor in mime. Your hourglass halos my neck like lace. I pull faces at the future, past won't give me space. But you still want a punchline from your favorite waste of grace. Observe illustrious eternity. Today I wear the mask of optimism, teeth so white they blind the doubts, tongue sugar-coated with it'll be fine. Behind it, my thoughts marching single file, wearing little chains of second hands. Metronomes clamped to their ankles, tick, step, tick, step. Listen how the shackles keep perfect tempo. Such discipline, such delicate cruelty. A prison that applauds its own rhythm. And you call it order. I am the jester at the court of time, spilling wine on every sacred paradigm. I slip on all the calendars you thought would climb so high. Your schedules flutter like nervous doves. I bow to deadlines, kiss their paper gloves, then wipe my mouth on your handbook of because. Shall I tell you a secret, sire? Your kingdom is an ocean made of paper. We sail in cardboard ships with ink for wind, folded maps that bleed at the edges, every wave a paragraph that never learned to land. You decree all shall be permanent, and the tide answers with a soggy shrug. I watched a prophet try to swim in it, came up coughing syllables, swallowed a sentence that said later is a lie in formal wear. So I learned to surf on footnotes, skate the margins, tap dance on the bibliography of what might have been. Of course, I am only a fool, what do I know but pratfalls and paradox? You sit on a throne of numbered chairs, every seat a version of you that never missed an appointment. You call me down, explain my subjects very well. This one hoards tomorrows in tiny jars, labels them safety, never opens one. That one kneels to yesterday, rubs its ashes on their skin as if regret were holy water. And they're the child who eats each moment whole, mouth sticky with now. No napkin, no shame. Tell me, Majesty, which of them is late? I am the jester at the court of time, spitting riddles in your perfect paradigm. I twist your logic till it peels. Constellations are just pinholes, see, poked in the curtain of what has to be. I slip through one whenever you blink at me. Here's my last trick for tonight. I stand still The shackles hush, the paper ocean holds its breath. Your crown tilts just a little. In that crooked second, you look almost human. And I almost stop pretending. This is